Hi, thank you for joining the channel and watching this. I have a quick question for you if you didn't notice, okay? And this video specifically, I would like to talk a little bit, okay, about innovation. Conditions that are necessary to be able to have adequate, okay, innovation happen, okay? And innovation, we talk about it in, prior videos, shouldn't be even something complicated. Have you noticed that Jack Ma, who have done incredible stuff, okay? Jack Ma, have you noticed how silenced? Even at a certain point, he disappeared from the scene. If you did, what do you think is playing behind? You want to know more? Stay all the way to the end. And please, while watching, put your comment. Let's continue having exchanges. Let's continue having awareness raised around things that we strongly see can impact human and economic development. So yes, Jack Ma, Alibaba, right? We all know about this. And I was reading actually his journey, and I was impressed how even Yahoo, right, which also is was launched by Chinese, American, founders, okay, who supported him somehow, right, in his journey and all that, okay. So Jack Ma with Alibaba, this man who was getting to a level where he was becoming a powerful, wealthy person actually in China. He chose to capitalize, he chose to leverage on the opportunity in emerging market. And he did with Alibaba, we saw. And the journey was not easy. This is a guy I was reading. Let me look even here. I was reading this and I need to share that with you, right? Because as a young man, Ma failed his examination for college entry. He was one of 5 people applying for a job at the police station. 4 were hired, okay? On 5, 4 were hired. He was not. Ma also, he couldn't get a job as a hotel waiter, right? When 24 people applied to work at KFC, 24 people, 23 were hired, not Jack Ma. He applied 10 times at, I think to Harvard University and never got in. That tells you a lot about how, when we're hearing about success and all that, right, how it requires a lot of persistence, a lot of faith in what you are trying to bring to the world. And we talk about that a lot in our movement, our mind and our body. So, progressively, he saw actually the flaws in the financial system, which he actually qualified as an old age financial system. And he took on him, I think in 2014, to really change how actually financial system function with product in the financial industry, leveraging on technology. 2014. And by 2000, all the way toward 2020, he made so much impact where the whole corporation that he was putting behind this, Ants, I think is Ants, before he became Ant Group, it was Ant Financial. 2020, he started being so hard on regulation in his country when it comes to finances. He started coming so hard on the powerful authority, government in China. Since then, you will notice that he's very quiet. He even disappeared for a time, a couple of months. And from, my reading and research, he even exiled out of China. He was absent on his own TV show, right? That is actually targeting. I came across this, I think 2 years ago in Africa, or, in so-called emerging countries, right? To be able to mold the potential, right? That TV show had the image of the apprentice, okay? That Donald Trump was running to, a couple of years ago, right? His own TV show, he was not present. He was absent in many of public events on a public engagement, okay, from his different organization. And as of today, you do your own research. Ant Financial became Ant Group with a different dynamic of shareholders. When I'm saying a different dynamic of shareholders here, a heavy presence of the government. So his dream, his product have been dislocated, have been broken out, and actually almost give back to his competitors who he was trying also to show how close-minded. And there is no growth in closed minds. Unless you have a growth mindset, which we'll be talking about a lot in this channel because it's all about economic development and human development. That's what we put under principle. That's why we only talk here about, principle-based business development. So he's almost even like banned from his own company. With Ant Financial, Jack Ma was almost becoming like, Bezos or Elon Musk, and very powerful financially in his own country. But yes, the authority didn't like that. They didn't like how things were folding. So my question to you, or what is running in my head, does innovation require also a field that is appropriate to innovation? For those who really are taking China as an example, and this is going toward my brothers and sisters in Africa now, where we are opening our house, we are opening our lands to Chinese. Nothing against them, they're human beings like us. But with this treatment they're doing already, with the positioning where they're trying to be in control of information, and if your head doesn't look good for them, they can wipe you out of your progress, or stop you in your progress. This case of Jack Ma, I think, is interesting to look at and open our eyes on why sometimes we have there is a reluctancy, right, on everything that is just China. Yeah, it became actually now a mantra where most African thinks that yes, help, our development need to come from abroad, turning to Russian or turning to Chinese. Anybody who come to us will come with their own interests. So for them to do this to their own citizen who's doing incredible work, whatever the reason is behind, they're so powerful where they were able to shut down this man. The situation with TikTok is also out there, right? Right now, TikTok, there are many states, right now suing, not just even TikTok, even Meta, right? Or social media platform. You guys will see, you're familiar already with this, where when something is not right with TikTok, mainly with our children, because of the control of the information, what is the data actually is used for and all that, there's not that much transparency. Then you will understand with this situation of Jack Ma, why it's very important for Chinese main companies to have a very diversified ownership where the government is not taking hold and making decision, not in terms of innovation, performance, and meritocracy, but more in terms of what is good for their system. TikTok is out there. And recently, even when, some issues I think came out with some, social media, that senators, were called upon to come and explain some situation, right? TikTok, even in United States, receive a letter in regard, some states, okay? Some state here actually are suing them to give explanation on it. They never even reply. Until today, I'm doing this video, right? Never replied yet. Because of the hardship, or because of the controlling of the information that is sitting there, because they cannot just open up easily. We need just to be careful. So innovation. We can't keep talking about innovation in a field where innovation is not, or the field is not prepared even to accept innovation. And that's why we want it or not bragging United States, or not bragging any other country and throwing dirt to another one. No, because they're all the same at different levels. But at least, if you take the case of Jack Ma, if he was here in the United States, I don't think something like that will happen to him easily. Now, that doesn't destroy his purpose. He chose his target market. But it's for you to understand how challenging success journey look like. How challenging it is for us to also open our eyes. That's where my message is going. To open our eyes when now, mainly on our motherland, we are opening to Chinese as they will be the saviors, or Russian as they will be the saviors. More onto that in the videos coming. So please, what do you think about this? Put your comment of this situation. What do you think about innovation and growing sustainable businesses in an environment where it's not allowing, it's not conducive to allow you to express the inner voice, the intuition that you have, knowing that we'll be talking a lot about intuition here, development, because it's a part of that human and economic development. It's a part of the principles that actually contribute to sustainable business development, intuition. But if the conditions are not, do you think it's easy? Tell us in the comment. And we preparing the next thing in Africa. We preparing this, trying to bring awareness mainly for our people in Africa. We'll know how we can work on this by learning already from other situations. Thank you for being here. And if this is your first time, don't forget, subscribe and put your comment, and let's continue the discussion.